Hello, family, friends, fans, and fellow adventurers. Welcome back to Practical Heroes with our second flagship campaign, The Sands of Syldaris, set in the almost entirely homebrew world of Eroth. We're getting there, one day. Last time, we had yet more fun in the Sunset Archipelago. You were directed by the inhabitants of Drunglung to a nearby kobold den where a dragon turtle might be able to ferry you across the treacherous waters which cross the divide between Drunglung and Boogldoon. You made your way over to the kobold den where you could hear them testing some sort of explosive substance and injuring each other in the process. You saw cave drawings and scrawlings on the walls telling you of a brave and mighty dragonborn hero who led the tribe of kobolds. And you ventured bravely inside, where you faced a number of treacherous traps, including a black powder mine which you were able to disarm and pick up, various tripwires that could have triggered very dangerous substances, including and not limited to one such tripwire which triggered a treacherous rain of rubber duckies. And then you made your way... Very scary. You made your way into one of the main caverns out of the tunnel, and you were greeted by some of the guards of the kobold den. Some of my favorite little homebrew monsters of mine, and one of the first things I ever created. My kobold boom callers! Outfitted with incredibly treacherous guns and barely working bombs, which, luckily for the kobolds, worked perfectly for once. Unluckily for you guys. You were led further into the kobold den, where you then had to undergo a series of treacherous and dangerous trials, which saw people nearly falling down a 2-foot drop into a deadly pit where none have ever left, a hall of mirrors, which Warden narrowly escaped with his sanity, a button which, if you pressed it, could have set you on fire had Chester not activated it from a distance. And of course, most treacherous of all, a chest with a banana in it. A holy artifact of theirs, which Mura decided to eat.
It was delicious.
But after proving yourself worthy, you were brought before Sir Icky, the knight who rules this kobold den in his glorious suit of full plate armor. He challenged you to combat, to once more prove yourselves, whereupon you discovered that this was not actually a mighty dragonborn in a set of full plate mail. It was instead a little kobold in a mech suit, in his little megazord. But he is a descendant of the great and mighty Iak from Campaign 1, who we love very dearly, and who created hammocks. But after agreeing...
banana hammocks?
It's true.
Banana
after
hammocks?
striking a deal with Sir Icky that you would... Oh, apparently Warden no longer has a race. Interesting.
Yeah, and I can't find Warforged, so let's see.
That's really fucking weird. I will have a look at that momentarily.
Yeah.
He doesn't see race.
Yeah. He's
That's
ascended
really fucking
beyond
weird.
simple races or species.
He's MC Cold Steel.
It has vanished from my list.
My race is rapper.
My species is...
Mr. Cellophane.
But yes, after striking a deal with Sir Icky, you promised that you wouldn't tell anyone that he wasn't actually a mighty and powerful dragonborn, and he promised that he wouldn't kill you, and you would agree that the fight, albeit hard fought, ended in a mutual and respectful draw, where you each recognized each other's strength, and he would lead you to the dragon turtle without further issue. And you met the dragon turtle, and he was kind of chill. After all those trials. You spoke to him, and he agreed that he would ferry you across the sea to Boogldoon. And that was where we left off, as you began your journey on the back of the dragon turtle. He is huge, and has given you free rein to roam around the shell, not the cell. So, why don't you figure out what you're doing on his shell while I figure out what's going on with Warden's character sheet.
Saturday, Hell in a Shell.
Oh my god, you almost killed me. I almost choked to death. My god.
That was a mid-joke by my standards. Come on, Steph.
I don't know why it got me.
Shouldn't it be hell on a shell?
I have way crazier bits planned as soon as my Adderall kicks in, okay?
I just sent my husband to get my drugs. I was like, I need this.
I have to get mine after this. I have to go all the way up to Lakeside to get it.
The levels of ADHD are present here today. Waiting for it to kick in, waiting for drugs to join. Getting drugs later.
What the shit?
Is there? I think he mentioned like there's like room to like walk around and like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we go in the shell? That doesn't seem like a thing we would want to do, maybe, but.
Yeah, no, it's like home invasion.
Is there compartments? Is there?
No.
Is it just like a giant shell?
It is a very, very large shell.
Well, Linger is going to spend a little less than 2 hours copying a bunch of spell scrolls into her book.
Mira's gonna lay flat onto the shell with arms spread out and just absorb the sun. Excuse me while I get my dog, who just banged her head against my door. What that dog doing? Banging her head against my office door to get in because she has no brains.
Yours too?
She got that dog in her.
And then after she's done with that, she's gonna get out the little remote control for Rip's little airplane.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just gonna let him fly around the open seas here, because there's a nice good like landing pad on the shell that he can.
Absolutely. I'm submitting this as a bug to Shard.
Warforged missing. It's a bug. That's funny.
Oh, that's weird.
I'm
You just look over and just
mid-session,
Warden's little bug.
and my player has just noticed he has no race.
Like if you say just noticed, which means it could have happened at any time.
Yeah.
Well, it kind of did happen. So at a time, so
point.
at a certain time, yeah. Man, it has been a week, guys.
I feel the same.
Oh,
well. This is bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite JoJo tier, but still bizarre.
How bizarre.
Maybe like a 7.
Thank you, Maywood.
Making me crazy. I think Chester is going to play some nautical type music. You're, one of those. What was the one that got really popular there for a minute? He's going to play that
The
one.
Wellerman?
The Wellerman.
Oh, yeah.
And then wait for sea creatures to join in like various harmonies.
Are you Aquaman all of a sudden?
He's that
Hero?
good.
Mira will dance.
It's like
Have
it's like a more
any of
fishy
you-
version of like Snow White.
Have any of you
Wait,
seen
That,
any of the seasons of Harley Quinn?
No, but
I
I've heard it's
actually
great.
downloaded them, but I
Because-
haven't watched them yet.
Jokes
I've been
about
meaning to watch
Aquaman
them.
always make me think of King Shark talking about how, like, I think Aquaman was dating his mother or something. And
Is his
Aquaman, or like
mama a
he is in
human
the
or a
middle of
shark?
dating King Shark's mum. And he's telling King Shark off for some reason, and King Shark's like, "You're not my dad!" And Aquaman goes, "Aha, that is contrary to what she said. Aha!" And a dolphin
my
jumps out the
God.
water and daps him up.
That's so stupid. See, that's what DC
It's
needs
so
to do with
good.
their movies, as opposed to go super serious. Just go absolutely absurd.
Yeah,
It's
dumb or better.
fantastic.
Yeah, dumber
Anyway.
better.
No one has responded about the bug yet.
How
Warforged
dare-
gone. Warden just
Warforged
glitches
gone.
out and
Warforged
shuts down. He's blue
discrimination.
screened. Wait, actually, I have something for this from my my home game. Hold on.
Holding on.
Hold on.
So holding.
Hold on. I had something for this.
Holding.
That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Here we go.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Awesome.
That was
Worth it.
Yep.
Warden blue screens. XP shutdown noise.
Warden.
Right. While we
Why
wait
are
for
his
someone to come
eyes
back to me on that, you might just have no Warforged features today, which I think
Yeah.
means it's dropped your AC down, hasn't it? Because your AC is normally higher than 19.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right,
it does,
right.
yeah,
Like
it
number
is.
Plus 2, I think,
22.
right?
Yeah.
So your AC is normally 21, so we'll remember that. The rest, I know you don't commonly use, and now Sod's Law, it's going to be like the one time you want to use a Warforged feature. Maybe like open it up in the background somewhere. But this is really
Yeah.
weird. Sorry about that. But
Yeah,
yes.
The D&D wiki.
Yeah. Let's yeah. So you're on the dragon
just
turtle,
make-
and this is where we were going to start before I got sidetracked by a most bizarre bug.
I think you even took down my con, I think.
Oh no. Oh yeah, because if you've not picked your race, then you don't have your ability score bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Although 96
Oh,
does
God.
look right. Is that not your HP?
No, his HP
No, it
is
was
like
100
100 and something.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I do remember that.
Mitch did this. Mitch did this on purpose.
Oh my god, he nerfed me, guys.
He nerfed me.
Get nerfed,
In the late-
idiot.
In the latest patch notes, Warden nerfed.
Oh, you know what? Since we're basically resting, I'm just going to use a hit die because I'm down slightly, so might as well.
You would probably have the time to have a long rest on
Oh, okay.
the
Oh,
turtle.
even better. Also, sorry if you can hear my dogs. I think that they are offended by a cat.
I cannot personally.
No, we.
Okay, good.
Well, in that case, I'm also gonna have her make a scroll, so she's wheeling and
D&D
dealing.
24. Tasha's Cauldron of Everything surely had them. Nope, that's only
do I have?
classes. What book had Warforged in it? Xanathar's Guide? No.
I think it was
Eberron
Eberron,
introduced them,
yeah.
but I thought Tasha's Cauldron like codified it.
I think they're still very strictly a Eberron thing. Could be wrong.
Weird. Warden just phases out of existence. He no longer exists.
Because they have lore-based existence.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Let's check the 2024 Player's Handbook, because if
Did
they're
they
in
get cut
there...
away?
No, they're not. That would have been a good way to segue into it. Halfway through a campaign, just uproot everything, but oh well.
Like to do a magic action and
Do a magic action.
It does seem really cool.
it is the
Anyway.
one I remember.
So, the dragon
Yeah, no
turtle.
problem.
Yes, I have things to read out because I prepped for once and then the prep got thrown out the window by Shard. Thanks, Shard. Usually awesome otherwise, though. But the dragon turtle, as you are just kind of drifting on its back, rumbles this deep, kind of almost amused chuckle as it starts kind of swimming away from Drunglung. And it's carrying you across these just glittering waters of the Sunset Archipelago. Even though like there's still some crazy shit going on here, it is still like super idyllic compared to what you guys have been doing for the past like 3 weeks. And the air, like even on the ocean still, is obviously there's like a lot of salt and warm breeze, just kind of generic smell in the air, but it also still carries like all the smell of the jungles of the surrounding islands and all of the like strange floral spices that they have, of which Mura has collected several handfuls from Drunglung to make some more bath bombs.
Yeah,
Bath bombs?
Drunglung
Bath
special.
bombs. Bath bombs, not bath bombs.
Bath bomb for my bums.
Yes. But as this journey is kind of happening across this dividing water, you can see like the natural order of things around you is almost like it's fraying in a way. It's like reality. Every now and then, like you'll settle down, everything's nice and calm and serene, and then all of a sudden there's just like a brief moment where just the fabric of reality seems to just unravel. Like the sky will swirl impossible colors, the water will glow faintly or like change color, and there is just this strange tension in the air. Who would like to roll a d6 for a potential wild event?
I'll do it. I volunteer.
It's like there's a glitch in the Matrix. You all familiar with the Matrix?
No, but maybe
You can
Warden
just see
is looks at
the
blue
green letters in Warden's eyes.
Little small issue.
That's a 2.
2. Ooh. Anyone looking up at the sky?
Well, Mura's laying flat on her
Always
back.
before.
Yeah.
Can Mura give me a wisdom save?
Great. Sure. That's a 12.
Just fails. So
I'm
Mura,
not
as you're
wasting an
staring up
inspiration of this.
at the sky, you trust me, I'm sure you'll probably be happy that you didn't. As you stare up at the sky, the heavens above you fracture into like swirling, shifting colors overhead. Anyone looking up must make a wisdom saving throw or start speaking only in riddles for the next 10 minutes.
Holy shit. How am I
Hard to
gonna
do.
do this?
Yeah, that's a tricky one.
Hmm.
All right, well, I'll try.
ChatGPT.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
well,
I lost sound for a second there.
definitely failed. But I get an inspiration.
Oh, is Chester looking up?
Yeah, that's why I was. That was my.
Oh, sorry, no,
IRL lookup.
My sound just completely cut for a second.
My IRL lookup coincided with my in-game lookup.
Fair enough. I just heard everything cut, panicked, and immediately started looking at all my sound stuff, so I wasn't looking at the right monitor. So yeah, Chester is also speaking in riddles for the next 10 minutes as he sees the sky fracture above him.
You can imagine it'd be hard not to look up, right?
You see Chester look up.
Everyone. What is going on with the sky and is happening to the sky right now, and also is skybound.
Whatever is going on sounds really interesting when it's like covering his eyes. But it's like I'm already dealing with some other stuff right now.
He's got the AOL dial-up in the back of his head from the
Bing
docility.
bong, bing bong.
I guess if it's being pointed out, then Linger would reasonably look up.
Okay.
I mean,
Rip looks up, is completely unfazed.
all right. You said a wisdom save?
Yes.
21, the natural 20.
Linger
Damn.
has stared into Rip's eyes. This does not faze her.
Just like what everything looks like all the time anyway, so she's like, what?
But yeah, you look up, you can see like the same fracturing and swirling colors, but it's not like screwing with your brain. Linger's brain is made of tougher stuff.
Well, and reasonably, she already knows that there's this wild magic stuff
Yes.
happening, so she's just like, yes, more proof that I need to go get that when we get a chance.
And in the background, you can just hear as Rip's just
Yeah.
zooming around.
He comes in periodically so she can wind it back up, and then he goes off again.
It takes a little pit stop.
Yeah.
Little Linger's there with the like light up cones
Oh,
guiding
yeah.
him onto the shell.
Absolutely. All right. I'm going to scribe. You know what? Let's do a dragon's breath. I'm going to do a scroll of dragon's
Ooh.
breath. Add that to my.
Mira just
Dragon's
doesn't speak for
breath.
10 minutes because her brain is already a giant riddle.
Mira, what's going on? I can't see. Yura, are you
Answer
okay?
me my questions 3. Walks on 2 legs, very hairy. What is forced to rhyme due to what's in the sky? And who is speaking these words right now?
Okay, I think I know the answer. But at the same time, if it's a riddle, it won't be that easy.
Hmm?
You see, it's a trick.
Can Linger do like an intelligence check to be like, oh, sky thing, acting weird?
Yeah, intelligence or arcana.
Oh, well, if I can add my proficiency, let's go Arcana. How about a 27?
No.
Yeah, no idea.
Oh,
This
wow.
is such a
so-
complex issue that the DC is 35.
You know what? That's
Linger looks
fine.
up,
She has no idea.
knows knows about
I'm not
wild
gonna
magic
fight you.
surges in general. She's probably seen people accidentally fireball themselves with wild magic. Just immediately like 1, 1, 2.
Yeah. That was the special kids at the college, or the wild magic ones.
Special kids.
Not like deficient and or anything, just like they had special needs because of their wild magic surges. They, required extra assistance
Special.
and vouchers. Yeah.
It's like you go to a college and there are like tons of other majors there, like, business, medical, sciences and whatnot. But then there's also like just the fine arts majors,
Yeah.
It's like either majoring in theater.
Yeah, but it's mostly a business school, and then just this one little
The DeVry Theater of the Arts, yes.
yeah. And it's like it's for like, and on top of that, it's extra specialized, so it's like theater of the arts for sensory sensitive schools. So it's a whole very niche. They have to do things very
The whole thing,
differently. Yeah.
You're gonna make me get a wrinkle right here, Lizzie. Just right there.
But it's beautiful what
Thank
happens.
you. You and Mitch, and they think like Mitch is DMing me. Like, why are you doing this to me? I'm trying to get my drugs for my husband. Like, who did not bring me a little treat. He just brought me drugs.
And you know what? Linger is going
That
to
is
tell
a
a
little
very
treat.
like a very long, drawn out story about this part of the school and the wild magic students, and but it's a very like an academic study almost that she's telling rather than like a fun tale like Chester would do, all to get to the point of, so I theorize that you're currently suffering from a surge of wild magic that is inhibiting your ability to communicate in a direct fashion.
Do you think that takes up 10 minutes?
You are
Definitely.
correct.
The story takes up 8.
Nah.
There's a lot of data that's dumped.
Mm.
A lot of
It's a 10
statistics.
minute.
Yeah. So the linger talk, it takes a minute. And then 9 more minutes.
So he says you are correct, and then holds forth a gold piece for you. That he magically operates in his hands.
Oh, she'll take it. Thank you.
Do we have to pay Linger for information now? That's a riddle.
I feel like if you get a riddle right, you should have some sort of like, you gotta have something. Can't just be for no reason.
Okay. Nerd takes out a gold piece and gives it to Linger.
Take that too.
Thank you for the information. Euro looks expectantly important. Well,
Sorry about what? I was looking at Sam. I'm sorry, what?
nothing. You're
That's a bad thing.
fine. We gave Linger money because she got. Don't worry about us. I am broken. I've been broken between Lindsay, Mitch, and Ethan. And Maywood giving.
Yeah. Maywood gets you with the subtle stuff.
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Fuck.
He's insidious, whatever. The thing. You know the word.
Incestuous.
No,
Incestuous.
I did not say it. That is not. That's not at all where I was going with things. Rip does loop-de-loops in the background.
All the imported stuff is still showing as enabled. I'm talking to people at Shard right now, and they're like, have you accidentally disabled anything? No, doesn't look like it.
No,
Warden's
it
just
looks like
gone.
you accidentally disabled stuff, Shard.
I don't know.
The answer cannot be I don't know.
Well,
Not you,
he's the
from them.
community manager that I'm talking to
Oh.
at the moment because
Yes, definitely off.
the troubleshooters might not be available yet.
Oh yeah, how dare they have sleepy time?
I know. Weird. Weekends? No.
No.
That's what we need you the most.
It's true.
All right. Is there anything that Linger thinks can be done? How long? Well, we don't know how long in game because that's a silly question to ask. But is there anything that she feels like that she could do to help alleviate the symptoms of?
I would say it probably took 8 minutes for Linger to tell her story, and then by the time she's finished
Okay.
explaining to them about the wild magic surge causing the issue, it's like the final minute.
Okay.
And you'd probably tell, like, I think in the final minute, the riddles aren't like every time. It's like you can see some of the riddles are getting very questionable. Like, that's not even technically a riddle. Speech
not a
is starting
riddle.
to return back to normal.
Yeah.
Ooh, well,
They
it was
can-
fun.
Yeah, it was very interesting. It's good to know that these can vary in their duration. Sometimes wild magic occurrences can cause permanent changes to people,
Whoa.
places, and things. So I'm glad. And they can be as brief as, say approximately 6 seconds. They can last up to a minute at times. Periodically, it's 10.
No, me as well.
Yeah. That is actually the way a lot of magic, even just structured magic works, is, either it's very instant, 6 seconds, 1 minute, 10 minutes.
The passage of time is interesting.
Mm-hmm. It is a precise soup. So.
What?
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, like all the way.
Indeed, the passage of time is interesting. One of the many unanswered questions of the universe.
Definitely dives like right in front of Linger when he's doing this too. Just as disruptive as a toddler that just had a cupcake.
He's just trolling everyone.
Oh my god.
Ooh, speaking of, we could maybe be doing some fishing while we're.
Oh yeah.
I don't have a fishing rod, so that might make it difficult. Maybe I can make one. Who's got string?
Oh. I have. Mira starts pulling me. I have a harmonica. I have Mask of the Fool. I don't think I have this. I think someone else does. Maybe I have.
Mira's
it.
harmonica is where that music has been
think-
coming from all along. There was no harmonica man. It's Mura.
Wait, what's in my backpack? Oh, I have a crystal egg. Okay, I can't
Oh, yeah,
remember
the
what
elder
that's
egg.
for.
Wait. I
Is it
have
the elbow egg or the dragon egg?
29.9 gold pieces of sundry shit. Would you like some of that to be put together fishing poles?
I actually decided while you all were looking in your stuff, thank you for that I'm going to use this rope and this grappling hook, and I'm going to get a fucking huge fish. So, while I appreciate you looking, and he just takes a grappling hook and throws it off the back and waiting for
Okay.
Mira also pulls out an uncharged yellow crystal that we got a year ago. And it's like, what's this for?
You know what? Speaking of old, useful, maybe things, he's going to take some of his T-Rex jerky and put it on the end of the hook.
Okay.
Oh, while we're going, Linger can start working on those displacer beast hides again. She does it periodically.
Look at us finding things to do.
Yeah.
So, what I will say,
And now you have to do all the work. Go.
I was planning a water-based encounter. So I'm gonna make Chester roll for the fishing, because I think it will be really fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna set a number in my head, and if he gets within that DC, he might accidentally fish up the encounter, because I think that would be fucking hilarious.
Amazing.
What am I rolling?
He rolls up Cthulhu.
Roll just a straight D20 check. Just D20.
And yeah, I said Cthulhu.
Yeah, you did.
14.
I know. I'll have to send you the video. I sent it to Mitch. It was this guy saying like, yeah, I say Cthulhu because I'm not going to say Cthulhu because I know what that does. I know. I've read the scrolls. He's like, you got Future down in Atlanta summoning Cthulhu. Like, I'm like, oh my god, what? Apparently Cthulhu's coming to Atlanta. So anyway, I'm done.
So Chester throws his grappling hook overboard with some bait. And it just kind of trails behind in the water for a bit. You do feel a couple of bites, nothing seems to like properly latch on. And then eventually there is get fucked, bot. I see you.
See you, bot, get fucked.
Sorry, that was me talking to the Warforged race on Shard.
Fuck.
Get fucked, bot. Yeah, after a while, Chester, there is like a substantial bite on the grappling hook.
He starts pulling in. I got something.
I might still make you roll it anyway, just because it's funny. I was gonna say give me a strength check, but I've just remembered you're wearing a belt of giant strength, and your strength is 25. I'm gonna make you roll it anyway, because I'm curious to
Sure.
see what number you'll get.
Let's see. Strength. Can I use athletics?
Sure. Plus 15's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Oh, wow.
So,
But a 16
It'll
will
fail.
still do it.
yeah.
Like in most cases, a nat 1 would just be a failure by default because you've not rolled high enough. But with a 16, it's enough to do it.
Also, it's the failure of summoning a monster to kill us all. So, that sort of ties in.
I think the failure here will be you kind of pull up on the grappling hook, and it is this enormous fish, and you watch as Chester, still getting like used to the giant strength, basically just like rips the fish in half with the force of this pull. And just half of it goes one way, half of it stays attached to the grappling hook and just onto the shell.
Fish heads, roly-poly fish heads.
And it's like the size of a small shark. Very strange looking fish, very clearly affected by wild magic. Could probably
gonna
get some more
assume,
information from it if you had the full fish.
A fire on the back of this turtle to cook this, probably not a good idea.
I believe you asked last session, and he did say that the shell was thick enough that if it's a small fire, he won't even notice.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, if someone's setting fire to his shell, he'll know, but like a small fire, he can deal with. For like cooking or sleeping.
I do like a magic about it. Make sure. Hang on.
Yeah.
We get to my spells.
And
Right.
while you're setting up the fire and getting the fish cooking, who wants to roll for another wild magic surge?
Well, it's not my turn, so.
Well, hang on. Do we have
For
that?
my lovely
yeah,
little
can we do that
D6
disc?
list instead. You are?
We do.
All right, I rolled
Floating.
a 6.
Oh. The party experiences deja vu, repeating the last 6 seconds exactly with no memory of the first time.
Oh.
So you just have the weirdest sense of deja vu watching Chester rip a fish in half.
I feel like I've ripped a fish in half before.
Oh. Curious. Rip just screams for another 6 seconds and then goes about his business like nothing happened.
Yeah, Linger's like, I could have sworn I got smacked in the back of the head by the wing of this plane 6 seconds ago.
Yeah. Why do I have 2 bruises?
Oh my god, Dio's here.
Oh,
That's a JoJo's thing, I think. Maybe?
It is!
Yeah.
Yeah, I did it!
So, as the turtle continues gliding forwards, the water around you starts to get kind of like eerily still. You hear kind of from the front of the dragon turtle, I'm sensing something in the water. And then up on the side where you guys are, the water suddenly blasts up. You see this enormous writhing tentacle bursts out from the water, slams into the turtle's shell that shakes all of you. You can see this deep black shape just like shifting in the depths of the water. Can everyone roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, okay.
Yay!
Oh, tentacles. Uh-oh.
Combat, my favorite.
Warden's like, finally! Something I can enjoy on this trip.
Did you fix your stuff, Warden, or are you still unwardened?
Warden just like raises his left hand, which is like spinning like a drill bit slowly. Like some small issues.
Do I get a point of inspiration when I roll a natural one on initiative?
Sure, and that one's a nut one.
Mitch, Mitch, do I get a point of inspiration?
I'm gonna
We're not having a race.
Yes. Yes.
I have a knife. I have a knife, Mitch. Give me inspiration.
How
Mitch.
very British of you. Get a point of inspiration for being one of my people.
You guys can't own the concept of knives.
No,
They
but
kinda
it's
do,
the
though.
joke about how you come to London, you just get stabbed.
I've been to London 3 times and I've never been stabbed.
I didn't know that was a thing. Why are people
Yeah.
stabbing
It's a
people?
joke. Well, no, because
Honestly.
the joke is
Oh,
like
God.
British people are always
It's
like,
not
oh, you
that
go to
bad.
America and you're just gonna get shot, and all the Americans are like, yeah, well, you
Yeah,
go
but
to
that's
London, you
true.
ask for a bottle of water, and someone stabs you.
a bottle of water.
A bottle?
Exactly.
Ugh.
If you walk up to a British person and say it like that, they probably will stab you.
Yeah, understandably.
Yeah, I would never say. I'm a very polite person, and then I tell people I'm Canadian.
I would just use my best southern accent and hope that it charmed them into giving me water.
Why can I not spell?
I'm
The
just
word.
especially
We're,
parched today.
We're actually adding a tariff to the little Canadian flags that Americans put on their backpacks.
No! What about the little Canadian flags that some restaurants put on their poutine?
Those are fine.
Okay.
Well, yeah, because a portion of all proceeds of sale for all poutine goes to Canada.
I hope so.
Unsurprisingly, Warden acts first. What
Yeah,
would you like
jeez.
to do as a tentacle slams into the dragon turtle's shell?
Oh god, it is Cthulhu!
All right.
The squishmallow, don't worry.
Did
Right.
you say it's just a squishmallow?
Squishmallow. All right.
Alright,
Cthulhu's head emerges from the water. Hi!
That is the most incomprehensible thing I have ever seen. So I will not try to comprehend it.
Yeah, right now there's a tentacle and a shape in the water. You're not entirely sure yet.
I would like to shoot Davy Jones.
He's not here yet.
So I will roll with Aether Rifle.
Okay. Are you shooting then into the water, presumably?
Yes.
Or at the tentacle?
Let's go for the tentacle. That's like the obvious
Okay.
target, you know?
Tentacle, yeah, because tentacle's like still out and
Tentacling.
It's doing what,
Tentacling.
Mitch?
You know, it's.
huh? It's
I can't do it quite as well because I have my brace on, so.
You think our
why
carpal
do I
tunnel
not-
from playing Marvel Rifles with me?
This is how hard I had to carry the fucking team in Marvel Rivals.
It's so rude. Maybe you're just getting older, okay? I haven't gotten carpal tunnel.
right. There we go. That's the stat block I needed. Add monster.
I was never that good at like Overwatch or anything, but no. For some reason, the good Lord has blessed me with to be the best Psylocke player that ever lived.
So
Oh,
15. Sorry about that. 15 is going to hit.
Or
Oh, they've changed how monster stat blocks look. That's really cool.
that's a 3.
Damn.
Oh, man.
It's just like a glancing blow. It's really hard to hit at the moment. It's just like writhing around, slapping all over the shell.
Okay.
But- You can take a second shot. You are proficient with it.
Yes, please. I would like to do that.
definitely a
That
lever
was my
action
warding
rifle.
shot.
Another 15.
Hits.
7.
There we go, buddy.
Cool. Go. Boom.
Oh, that music is menacing.
So, you do 10 points of damage total to the tentacle. Cool.
A
Is that Warden's turn?
blistering 10 damage, yes.
Okay. So the tentacle currently is like 30 feet away. It's going to come on and slam. Welcome to the jam. It's probably gonna have to move a bit, I think. What's the reach? 10 feet, yes. So it's gonna move in a little bit closer. And I guess lash out at Warden from 10 feet away.
No,
Uh,
Warden.
Ooh, 22.
I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
Shut up.
Giggity.
Doesn't stop showing me hentai, please.
Oh my god, it's everywhere.
Warden's got a virus. Just got all
Mira,
the
help, there's
pop-ups.
some guy
Oh my
in my
God.
head asking for gift cards.
What?
I rolled 5, 6, 7 on the dice. So. $23 points of damage from the tentacle slam to Warden.
Also, because my hit points are down, how do we want to do that? Let's see. What would it show?
If you add it as temp HP, the difference, it was 100 and something.
6, I want to say.
I was gonna say, I want to say 6.
I
So
was gonna
given
say
that you've also
10.
just said 106.
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm not quite a numbers guy. My brain don't work like that. So I unfortunately didn't memorize every stat on my sheet.
I wouldn't have either.
I am
I was just
90%
looking on
sure.
with jealousy from time to time, so that's why I.
That's
'Cause
probably, yeah, that makes sense.
That would also check out because your hit points are a D10 and you have a +2 to con. You could very feasibly have had 10 HP rolled when you leveled up. And 106, I feel like I remember looking at last session and going, you have 106 health.
That's
So if you give
fine,
yourself
that's
10 temporary HP, and then you've
Yes.
just taken 23, did I say?
Yes.
Cool.
I have this.
that is-
The,
Tentacle turn. Chester.
Just are going to look at, we'll say, who's probably next? Mira. Mira, I believe you're gonna knock this thing out of the park. You're so good at stuff like this, and give you
Thanks.
inspiration with his
Thank
bonus
you.
action. Also, wish me luck on this as he runs towards the side and jumps off and turns into a giant crocodile as he hits the water.
Okay, cool.
I wish you
You land in the water, and you can immediately see a lot more of this thing
Yeah.
from that vantage point as you kind of
do I
submerge
see?
briefly. And it is this enormous squid-shaped creature from the looks of it. Definitely not like actual squid. Hold on. Let's see if we've got a description lying around. No, not those. Fuck off. A lot of teeth, a lot of tentacles. Okay. Well, all I have available to me currently is a roll 20 token, so I'll copy and paste that, I guess. No description apparently. I'm not allowed. Mid-session chat. Here we go. Have a roll 20 token. Ta-da!
Ooh.
That's what Chester sees under the water.
Fuck.
Yeah, he says that in his mind. Oh fuck. And
Chester, you can
swim.
give me an intelligence or nature.
With my now 2 intelligence.
Yeah.
All right. 0.
Wow. Chester has no idea what this is.
No, he is gonna swim up next to it though,
Okay.
and that's it. I can't attack because I use my action there
Yeah.
to change.
Linger.
All right. No, let's not do that.
You see Tentacle. You see Chester mid-dive over the side of the dragon turtle.
Yeah.
As Warden's just on one knee shooting at it with a rifle.
All right. She's gonna. If she goes to this, I'm assuming she's already in, like, the most central point of the shell that she can be, just because that makes sense for like her hobbies. She would already be, you know. Is that, how far does that put her from?
That probably put you like 60 feet from it. It's a big shell.
Okay. Because that matters with spells. So I have to,
Yes.
you know. Wow, floats just about. And then the creature is like right up against that 60 feet. Okay, so she'll move forward. To where I need her to be 60 feet from the creature. So however,
I mean,
or no
the
further
tentacles
than
will
60
count
feet.
as part of the creature.
Okay. And we're gonna
Because
use
it's the reach, so like the tentacles will count.
all right. Then we're gonna summon our Syldaris eye, and it's gonna pop up
Ooh.
behind her. Oh, I didn't mean to. I rolled something. Hold on, I'll tell you what it was for. It was an attack to do, I guess, the Dark Bolt. Sure, that's the first thing on the list. So now she's got the big Syldaris eye behind her, and she's got glowing lines on her, because that's what happens when she summons the Syldaris eye. And it's gonna send out those cool Tron laser lights that he's got. And yeah.
Nice.
We're gonna do
So you're
two
dark bolting it.
dark bolting it, but it's the Tron laser lights.
Yes.
Is a 19 hit.
Yes. Honestly, the best
Okay.
thing about Tron Legacy was having Daft Punk.
Oh yeah,
I love that movie, and I
That
don't
was
shit
care.
went hard, man. That
It's
shit went
not a
hard.
bad movie. You just have to go in with the expectation that it's a 2.5-hour Daft Punk video.
Yeah. So 9 cold and the necrotic.
Yeah. What's weird is in the description, it gives me 2d6 for the cold and 2d6 for the necrotic, but then it gives the 2d8 for the second for a different thing, but it doesn't give you another 2d6 for the necrotic. So it's not cold
That's really
on the
weird.
second one, but it is. So 9 cold, 9 necrotic as the Tron laser
So-
lights.
18 points of damage.
And yeah, you know what? There's a little snippet of 6 seconds of Daft Punk plays.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Wow, we got Daft Punk for this
Da-da-da-do-do-do.
episode. That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy. I thought they were in retirement.
Yeah, like one of them exploded or some shit, right?
That's not what happened. They just
Robot Rock is
retired.
blasting from Warden.
I very much remember one of them exploding in that announcement.
Oh my god. Did one of the Daft Punk
Is that
guys
Linger's turn?
explode?
Are Rip and Little Linger doing anything?
Oh yeah, those guys. Little Rip. No, Rip, who is always little. Yeah, he's gonna dive down, and Little Linger is gonna parkour up to where she's like she gets in between the wings, you know, because it's one of the you know what I'm talking about. Stayed in between the
I do.
wings. You know, she's gonna do that so that they're together and ready to do cool aerial things.
It has like
Okay.
mounted machine guns, but it's a toy plane, so they don't actually do anything, but Rip is still pretending to fire them.
Yeah. And maybe if
Like a
Little
proper
Linger decides
biplane.
she's gonna cast any spells, then it'll look like biplane.
Yes.
That's the thing I was trying to think of. Thank you.
It's okay.
Thanks.
It swings both ways. All right, let's go.
So does Rip.
Yep.
Cool. Mura.
Okay, you know what? I'm so overwhelmed. Everything has activated my ADHD today. Just everything. I've taken my meds, so hopefully they'll kick in soon, but
There is no fight, there is only flight.
if it was me, I would just dive into the ocean and be like, oh my good luck. I think oh gosh. Okay. Mira's gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Hell yeah.
Tentacle at least.
I don't want to live anywhere I can't Eldritch Blast in my own front lawn. That's a behind the scenes joke from the people watching who have no idea about.
Bitch's fault. I ran Pandora.
No, I'm sorry, Pandora.
Did you hear that? The British man is sorry.
We're always sorry.
Oh gosh, no, you have to stay here now because it's mommy's turn. Okay. She doesn't want to stay here. I'm gonna Eldritch Blast it.
Yeah.
16.
Hits.
I got 3 of these, right?
Yeah.
14.
I believe so. Hits.
12.
Hits. It has the stats of a giant octopus and it's just a small, silly encounter.
Panda.
It just has some boosts to some of the things it can do, so it's not
Okay.
a cakewalk. But it's still a cakewalk.
7. Oh my goodness. 8. Baby girl. 11. Oh, look at that. You made me roll so good. I'm sorry I ran you over.
They've changed how you apply damage to monsters. Oh,
Are you okay?
I don't know how to do it now. Like, I can do it the manual way with the calculator, but you used to just be able to click on the roll and click apply to this person.
Weird.
I'm just this dog now.
Okay.
She got
This
that
weird
dog,
Not
you
even
know.
fully. You're just a. Oh, there she is.
There she is. She doesn't want to be here anymore. Oh god, don't pull on the mic. Hold
The
on,
creature is
girl.
looking pretty hurt. Very hurt,
Is your foot okay?
funnily enough.
Is your foot okay? Says me to my dog and Mira to the octopus.
You can see there is this like brackish blood starting to flow out of it. You see part of the
no.
body starts to surface. Now that all
We're
of you
gonna-
can see it, you can also make nature, intelligence, one of those sorts of checks. So presumably Linga might figure out what this is.
Yeah, I'll make a nature check. Let's go. I can do that.
25.
13.
Is Warden attempting to identify, or just leaving it to the
Yes.
others? 4.
4.
Warden's having a
So-
my.
Chester and
Oh
Warden are
my.
like, octopus.
I don't think I got that with a 0. Food.
Mira is like, not octopus, but octopus.
Cthulhu.
Linger, you've read about krakens.
Okay.
You've probably seen drawings or like summonings of like not necessarily actual ones, but almost like astral projections in a way so that they can be studied and things like that. This is like a little baby kraken spawn from the looks of it.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
We're baby their mama, maybe.
Well,
I don't know
okay.
this.
It's riddle me that. DM, are the kraken known to be pod based, or are they like they lay their eggs and they peace out?
I will say with your 25,
Jesus.
purely because I think it's actually more terrifying if they are pod based. They are
Yeah.
pod based. They all have
Okay.
podcasts.
Okay, cool.
Do they sit down together like white guys on a podcast and talk about
Yes.
Bitcoin and stuff?
And be incredibly misogynistic, yes.
Well,
All right. Well,
That's what
Linger is going to.
I will say,
Oh goodness.
just before Linger starts disseminating information, can you give me a quick Arcana check?
Yeah.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go give Pandora a treat because now she's scared of me since I rolled her over.
16.
Yeah. We'll leave it there.
so,
oh wait, I've got
this
that
is-
thing. Let me do that thing. Wait, I'll
The
roll
thing.
the d6 and then I'll find where it's at. Mark one off.
Oh yeah, the thing that she can do because of the race she has. Remember what it felt like to have a race on your character sheet,
Oh
Ethan?
shoot.
Yeah.
Just one of those. 17. All right, that's fine.
17. This, I'll say it's like, it's not necessarily a roll for like figuring it out from scratch because you already have bits of information for this, and this, a lot of the time for Linger as well, is just like pulling already known facts from the last few days together and like piecing it together. So it's obviously a lot easier when you have some sort of background knowledge that's been going on and it's on Linger's mind already anyway. You've been told recently that the Sunset Archipelago is potentially a place where, like, that planar barrier is a bit thinner. That's been reinforced again recently when the Grung told you that there's a super cool crystal and that crystal is what's causing the wild magic surges. It's entirely possible. Either this Kraken is part of a pod that is around the Sunset Archipelago somewhere, or it could potentially have somehow accidentally breached the barrier like Mura did and has ended up in the Sunset Archipelago, in which case there's no telling if it was just the one, the entire pod, who knows.
All right. So maybe
But it doesn't necessarily mean there's like a whole family of Krakens here. There could be, but this is
Alright.
another possible theory.
So, because that also means that she can do a science about it. If there's a possibility of hauling this thing up here so I could study it, that would be fantastic. Okay, thank you.
Oh, like instead of murder?
Well, that doesn't matter. Alive or dead. I don't care.
Dead or alive. It's coming with
As the
us.
tentacles are slapping at Warden's like, what do you mean we can't murder it? As he's being
you can murder
smacked
it, you can
around
murder
by a
it.
tentacle.
I'm just don't let it sink into the water is what I'm asking. If there's if it's possible. I need to see if it's native.
It's like grabbed hold of Warden, it's slamming him into the shell.
Yeah, she's not saying don't murder it.
Hulk smash.
It is Warden's turn. You aren't actually grabbed by the tentacle yet, unless you
Yeah.
move away from it.
Wonderful.
But it is like
to.
right in front of you. It's 10 feet away from having slapped at you. So you can either like retreat, leave its threat range and get slapped again, or switch from gun to sword and approach.
Yeah,
or
I
take a
think
shot
I'll
at
do
10
that.
feet.
I believe I will approach. Yeah, I will draw a sword and let's
You fool.
is it calamari? That's squid.
Yes.
Let's make some calamari.
I mean,
It's
what? I don't
11.
know that because I'm a good kosher boy. An 11 just hits.
Absolutely.
Oh, wonderful.
No. Wait, squid aren't shellfish?
Yeah, but you can't have squid.
Why not?
Is it no seafood?
I can't
or-
remember. No seafood,
Wait,
but
no.
there is a reason for no squid.
Okay, hold on. No seafood. So,
No. Yes, no seafood.
kosher
Second attack.
squid?
Well, like there's certain types are okay, but I think most of the seafood is big no-no.
Because they are
No
not
shellfish.
fish with fins and scales,
There we go.
which
That's
are the
one.
only criteria for kosher aquatic creatures. Interesting.
Also, I realized I have a third attack. How did I forget
Does
about
that
that,
mean-
guys?
Aquaman would technically be kosher because like he has like
Just have
Scales.
scale.
I guess it
on his
depends on his
orange-
depiction.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean to eat Aquaman? No, I don't think
Yeah.
human is kosher.
No, but like he has scales and he's aquatic. So
Does he have fins? Does he have
Does he
scales?
like
sometimes on
eggs?
his boots.
Yes, yeah, he has fins.
They must have both fins and scales to be considered kosher. So
Yeah, sometimes on
Yeah,
his
could,
boots he has fins.
Well,
Yeah,
I
could all
think
the rabbis in chat please let us know?
all the
it,
yeah on Saturday.
Answers are rolling in.
Yeah, they're definitely not watching a live stream right
we
now.
better do a poll.
Yeah.
We better do
Actually,
a poll.
there's a,
In
there's a
England, they
rabbi
might
that
be.
followed me back on TikTok. I'll see if he's on.
Amazing.
No, he's probably at cynical. As he should
Anyone
be.
in any rabbis in the UK might actually be available now.
You watch a rabbi for 2 videos and suddenly you're on a list. I don't
And
know.
so-
A list. Right, 12, 13.
He was giving a really
16.
cool little talk. I enjoyed it. It was about
Warden.
Yes.
Sorry.
how someone's sons were autistic. I don't know.
Nice.
good. I love a good TikTok rabbi or
With
TikTok
its-
priest.
14 remaining HP. Would you like to describe how you either kill or knock out the Kraken spawn?
Oh man.
And
Okay.
presumably at the same time haul it up on the shell.
Yeah, you read my mind. So yeah, I think Warden is just going to wrap, like, he's gonna let go of his left hand and like wrap an
Wait.
arm around.
Oh, I thought you meant MC Cold Steel. I was like, you're about to kill this guy with rap?
Steph, could you please not interrupt my description, please?
I'm sorry.
Please not derail me. It's
God,
very
you do this
rude of you,
every time,
honestly.
Steph. Like every time he's trying to
Actually, I'm
cry
like-
into a
I
bowl.
make it about you. So yeah, with his left hand, he's going to like wrap an arm around like the tentacle and like just haul, like lean all the way back and like just pull this thing onto the shell.
If it's leaving Croc Chester's threat range, he's gonna death roll from the other side. We have a good old fashioned tug of war, but instead of a dog and a rope, it's a crocodile and a kraken.
And just he's one, and then just
Yeah.
like rips in half, basically.
Yeah, save me something to eat, man. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, there'll be plenty to eat.
Good,
It's
good.
pretty big. You haul it up onto the shell, and it is like probably total length like 20 feet, body and tentacles.
Oh wow. Just like wherever the yeah, and kind of wherever there like is like the most like the center of it, like I guess where like the mouth beak is. Like yeah, I think Warden will like step like with his foot step down on the bottom and then pull up with his other hand and then just run the sword like right through its not skull, it's squid equivalent to a skull.
Nice.
So yeah,
It's squishy water brain.
The dragon turtle from the front. Can somebody throw me a tentacle, please?
oh yeah,
They are
we'll give you a
quite
nice
tasty.
They're not kosher though.
I'm not Jewish.
little bit.
What is Jewish? I'm not familiar.
I mean, what?
Familiar with
I think Chester would swim him up a little tentacle for some Lady and the Tramp action.
Little bit.
Don't get too close. I've eaten crocodiles before as well.
Wide berth.
Can we make a fire on your back? Is that okay?
Yes,
Thank
I
you.
have said this before.
Warden was shut down earlier. He was having a little bit of a like beep beep boop boop beep boop boop issue.
It happens to Icky all the time.
All right.
Cool. Let's finish the encounter. Done. Cool. So yeah, you haul the Kraken up, or Kraken spawn. Linger, you are able to see the like 3/4 of the Kraken that has been hauled up. The other quarter has been swum over to the front of the dragon turtle and eaten between Chester and the dragon turtle.
All right. Yeah, I mean, can she tell?
Ink's just leaking out of the ink sac because it's been split open.
Oh.
Ew.
Wow.
Wait, collect that ink. I can make squid ink bath bombs, and then when you put it in the water will turn back and be like it'll be like really cool, like a great goth
Yeah,
thing.
she's got that extractor thing.
You have an essence extractor?
I thought so. Hang on.
I feel like she does because we talked about this. I feel like
Probably.
because Mira had one.
Yeah, I do. Essence extractor. I
Cool.
do.
Mira had
I'll
one last season.
extract some of that. If I
Yeah.
can, if it's okay.
Get some
allow
extracting going.
I don't want to step on the DM toes. So if it's okay, if I
You
can.
absolutely can. It's
All
not a
right. Do I
problem
need
at
to
all.
roll something?
I was just trying to double check that, and I can't. Is it in your bag of holding?
No, it's just. Or wait, is it? Hold on.
Oh, there it is. Yes, essence extractor.
Yes, it is in my bag.
When you make a check, if you're harvesting anything, you can extract 1 unit. Cool.
Yeah.
So let me just jump to have a look at what that check is. Where the fuck is it? Collecting materials. Creature parts, creature type. DC for harvesting a creature part equals 12 plus half the challenge rating. It used stats for a giant octopus. And I buffed it slightly. So... what CR is a giant octopus?
I have this little baby DM that I'm trying to help, but he's very Pathfinder brained, and it's rough. And he was talking to me about homebrewing something, and he's like, I'm trying to make it like a CR 3/4, and I was like, I can't help you anymore.
It's like a CR2, so it'll be a DC 14. No,
But you
DC
were a loved
13.
one suffering from Pathfinder brain.
I was just like, I don't know, man.
You
I
may be
can't
entitled
help
to
you.
compensation.
The creature
Aw,
type
this
is
is a
monstrosity,
badger.
so it'll be a nature. Oh no, sorry. Does a kraken count as an aberration?
Only you
Oh.
can answer that.
Yeah,
It's a monster.
your world, man.
it's a
Yeah, I think-
monstrosity. So a nature check.
I don't.
I got a
know
14.
14, that'll do it. DC
All
was
right,
13.
woo!
So you get 1 unit of like kraken essence. There are 3
gonna add
charges. You
that.
can try and get 3 units if you want.
Sure, why not?
3 little vials.
Oh,
3 little vials.
amazing.
All right, number 28.
I'll say with a 28, you just get the last 2. Save you rolling a third time. 13 would still have done it anyway.
All right.
Don't worry about it.
All right, but that's not the ink. So just,
Yeah.
I guess it could be, but I don't. Let me add
I mean,
this.
I'd say you can use like the essence extractor as not an essence extractor to suck up some ink if you want some ink.
Yeah, I'll make it two essences and 1 ink if that's cool. and give
I mean,
the ink to
you wouldn't
Mira.
need to use a charge to get the ink.
Oh,
So-
okay, okay.
I'll say like it's like a syringe normally, kind of, and then to actually like extract
Oh, okay.
essence of creature, you use like the magical energy of it. So you could definitely do like 3 essences and 1 ink, for example. I will allow that, for I am benevolent in my
I
godhood.
appreciate it.
You are a benevolent god, aren't you?
Cool. So you've got a bunch of Kraken essence and some Kraken ink. My new company, Kraken Ink. But yeah. Is there anything else you want to do with the body of the Kraken? Is Chester still eating, or is he climbing back aboard?
He's gonna spend the hour swimming around. You know, may as well take
Nice.
advantage.
Is there a way to tell if it's native to this area?
Arcana check.
Scroll up.
Or nature, if you want to see like area based, or like Arcana to see like, is it from Eroth as a whole?
Let's go Aeroth as a
Um,
whole, because that's more interesting. 25.
Yeah. With a 25, it's probably like another little bit of fun for Linger. I think there's definitely some of these like heretical books that were like stored at the university, obviously frowned upon for reading, but not necessarily banned. They're just in the restricted section because it's like, we have all the knowledge here and we will learn from these crazy people, but like, they're crazy, right? There were people that would have discussed theories of other planes, and one of the discussions would have involved the idea of like attunement to a specific plane and having like an energy of that plane and it being quite clear. There is something like to this creature that is definitely not from this plane. You are absolutely picking up like this mystical energy that they were talking about, and I think the way it probably codifies itself is more like just the way magic interacts with it, in a way like Linger's very in tune with the weave of magic, and it's just like it's all the same weave in a way, but everyone uses it differently, I guess, and like has a different vibe. And it's like the part of the weave that this is from is not the same as Eroth stuff. Like, I have seen Eroth creature weave. This ain't it. Like,
So
I
it's
think you would have seen it as
special.
well. Like, summoning happens. People just... The way people explain summoning as, like, the material components are turned into the summoned creature. Obviously, Linger's probably now starting to get more on board with the theories that they are pulled from other planes. Because when those creatures are summoned, they do have this same vibe of, like, it's not right. Like, it's not our magic. And again, that's explained away as like, well, it's created by magic, so of course it's going to be different. And now Linger's like, no, this is clearly from another place, and those things that we summon, they are from another place.
Yes. All right. She's on board with this. She likes this a lot. She's very excited. She tries. Yeah. She's like she's trying to explain it because she's so excited.
Amazing.
It makes no sense. And like it's half sentences, and then she like starts writing, and then she's like talking. She doesn't. Anybody that's looking at her, if you make eye contact right now, you're learning or at least hearing about this, and she's jazzed. She's gonna start doing some formulas because now she can incorporate this into her lich stuff, because that might bridge some gaps. It's great. She's excited. Not planning her own demi-plane or anything.
Imagine a
Don't
lich.
worry about it.
That, like, feeds off planar energy instead of souls. That's fucking sick. Anyway.
Right?
Good job, Lindsay.
So
I
excited.
like how there's the two different vibes of Steph immediately going, God, good job, Lindsay. Now he's going to throw it at us. And me going, oh, God, if I give Lindsay this, I'm fucked.
Yeah, honestly.
Lindsay's going to be an elemental planar lich. And Steph's like, Mitch is going to throw a planar lich at us.
He's gonna yeah.
It's going to be Linger in a few
I never
campaigns.
think about like anything beyond God. I really don't want my character to die. Like
The end of
when
the
it comes
campaign,
in-
I'm just going to step away from the table and you guys can fight Lindsay.
No.
I'll just sit and watch from a
No.
distance.
What? That'll be a short battle. Oh my god. Mira would be dead. Actually, I don't know if that's true.
Did I tell you guys?
Level 20, we gotta do that.
I already gave Mitch my campaign 4 character.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
I love
the
it.
hedge witch.
No, that's for I don't know when we're gonna do that.
Oh no! Oh, you already have campaign 4 ready?
Yes.
I thought we were gonna do hedge witches.
She has campaign 4 ready before I do.
Oh my gosh. Jeez. Good
So,
lord, good lord. I'm scared.
yeah, yes. Cool. So as Linger is getting excited and writing all of this down, you can see as well Syldaris is contributing to this.
Oh yeah, his eye is there for a while, I think.
And it's just like hovering around, looking at you.
Whoa, that eye is weird.
It's like huge too. It's like kind of buzzes when you look at it too long.
Well, I don't like him.
I'm glad I'm swimming.
That's a weird little dude.
But as Linger continues to scribble down theories and formula, you all feel the shell kind of rise and fall as the dragon turtle lets out a very deep breath. It shakes all the water that had like splashed up onto the shell off the shell. And you all hear as it kind of rumbles. This island. Unnatural. Be careful. And ahead you can see like mist shrouding the form of Boogldoon, just looming in the distance. You can see shapes in the mist. And as it approaches, we're going to go for a break.
Oh, okay.
So we will
I
be
can
back
get
in
some
10
energy.
Bye.
Bye. That's a good eye.
Hello.
Yay! Hello.
So, you guys can see the mist-shrouded island fast approaching, because the dragon turtle is fast.
Mm-hmm. Speedy boy.
Even though, like, he's basically, like, lazily drifting through the water, just, like, slowly pushing. But dragon turtles are so big and powerful that even just the, like, lazy push... Because you didn't tell him you were in any hurry, you just said, like, quick is good, but we're not, like, in a rush. Just would like to get there soon. And he went, yeah, that's cool, I can get you there in, like, half a day. And you were like,
Yeah.
that's cool. And he has kept very true to his word. He is big and fast, but just, like, vibing. So what would you guys like to do? As you can see the island fast approaching.
We should probably get ready, huh?
Yep. I am at 70% operational capacity.
Oh, that's not good.
No, it's fine. I mean, really, it's like. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, it's higher than yours, so you know.
Oh, that's kind of rude. Honestly.
The docent falls out.
Also, your mic's speaking stuff.
It's because my dogs are barking.
Uh,
And the mailman is taking the most leisurely stroll up the fucking walk to drop off my package and looking nastily at my dogs in the window.
Anyway, can you hear me still?
yes.
Or just dogs?
Yeah.
Okay. Mir says, that's rude. You don't. Well, maybe I guess you do. No. Okay. I guess 70% is better than 50%, I think.
All relative.
That's true. Mira will be grabbing all of her thingies and putting them back in the bag since she like, spilled her purse out everywhere and getting ready to go.
Oh, do we know how we get home? Or not home, rather, but back to the other island? Something
That's
I've
a
just
good
realized I haven't thought of.
At worst, I can get us back to the tower.
Oh, okay. I mean, that's on the other island, so hey.
Yeah.
I
Squared
It'll
away.
be all right.
can wait here if you would like.
Oh, if you're not busy.
We wouldn't want to hold you up.
You what?
We wouldn't want to hold you up.
I don't have much of a schedule these days.
Ooh. Retired?
Hmm.
Yes.
Gentlemen of leisure?
Precisely.
That's kind
Mostly
of
just
all
a
I
lot
want.
of fancy parties. Some of those other dragon turtles are uppity cunts,
Ooh.
Oh.
but their parties are fun.
Well,
Ooh. Mr. Shard himself has just asked for an invite to the campaign in the name of the character, and he's gonna have a look and debug.
Mr.
Oh.
Shaw.
Mr. Shard himself. It is an
Wow.
Thanks,
honor.
Darren.
Wow.
Darren Shard. Quite a handle.
Darren Shard.
Wow. John Shard.
the Mr. Shard. That is.
My gosh.
Like, do we stop playing? What do we do?
No, we'll be fine.
Oh man, we
We're
gotta
not
clean
gonna-
up. Guys,
Don't
we
look-
just
don't
gotta
look-
keep
Debug in
on.
the
Don't
background.
look him straight in the eye.
Don't let him straight in the eye. Hold on. Is he gonna get on stream with us? That'd be great.
That would be really cool, but no.
Darren
He's just
Shard.
gonna jump
Do I-
onto the
do I-
campaign and debug. And
Um.
we'll see if we can get Warden fixed in the background.
Yeah, it reminds me of this video, which is I'm gonna send it. Company is coming from Chris Fleming, who is absolutely fucking hilarious. If you haven't seen this, this is my mom every time somebody comes to the house, or it used to be.
Mhm.
My mom's in her 60s now, so I think she pays someone to do this.
Cool. So, you're getting
Alright,
yourselves
well, do
packed
you
up
know,
and ready to go.
Do we know where we're going on this island?
I think you have a
Um,
rough map of where the crystal is from memory.
Oh, the crystal is on this island.
Mhm.
Ooh, God,
Okay.
let me just double
Then
check
sli-
so I don't accidentally fuck
Linger
myself, but I'm pretty sure
follows-
that's why they told you. You know Sands of Syldaris are rumored to be on Boogldoon. I can't remember if I think the crystal might be on Drunglung, and I just misspoke because I was thinking of the sands. Hold on. The Air
Listen, you know
Crystal.
every cartoon where like cartoon character just like floats in the air and like follows
Mhm.
their nose to the amazing. That's Linger with the.
Mhm.
She's like it's this way. Magic.
All right, well, lead on. I trust you.
I trust you too.
And is it very jungly again?
Yes. We're not on the actual island itself yet. You're still just in the waters because I do have some stuff to read out before you reach or
Okay.
before you land.
Then while
if-
we're prepping, Rip will change back into his Indiana Jones outfit
Mhm.
for the jungle.
Good choice.
Indiana Jones of the jungle.
Yeah.
I love it. You're on.
He's
It's
he was
I
like
believe I
"Onward to
said-
the jungle.
Crystal
Okay.
is on Drunglung. Sands are rumored to be on Boogldoon.
Yeah, because I thought that Crystal was back with the frogs.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Okay.
That was...
Sandseer, we're
My
gonna
bad.
swing by on our way out.
we're
Crystal.
getting there. We're
Especially
we're
if you're
finding our
teleporting
groove.
back to the tower.
Yeah. This, we're gonna pick it up on our way out. Call it stabilizing the region.
Hmm.
And
Basically is.
Whoa.
shut up, Lindsay.
I'm not on board with this.
That was like the most like America thing you've ever said.
You want that college money or not, Chester?
Yeah, Jesus.
do you wanna live that life of luxury, that retirement that you were just talking about? This is how we do it.
You want that Camaro?
You want a 100% down payment paid for by the government on that house you want, but only very particular houses, not really expensive ones.
Chester turns his suit into camouflage color and doesn't say anything.
I can't see him. Oh my god.
Where did he go?
Where did he go? Where did he go? Maywood, how is it playing a D&D game with 4 people that have ADHD?
Well, I have my own things that make it interesting. Let's say.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry for your own things.
No, I'm
wait.
so sorry that the best he's got is it's interesting. That's not good for us. That means we're annoying. All right.
I like how
but what
Lizzie's
do we
like,
do?
I'm so sorry, it's just interesting. And I'm like, I'm so sorry about your things. two types of people.
So,
Yes.
Yes.
as you are kind of getting closer and closer, you see those figures that you saw in the mist, like the shapes just start to vanish. The waters surrounding Boogldoon are eerily still, but unnaturally clear. You can see kind of beneath the surface, there is like twisting coral structures. They reach up like skeletal fingers. You can
Ew.
see like the occasional glowing fish is like flickering through the depths of the coral. The shoreline itself, now that you get close enough, is eerily quiet. There's no sign of movement, there's no birds, there's no wind. There is just the distant murmur of water lapping against coral. And then, all of a sudden, without warning, a giant cheer just erupts from the island. You see from the sand of the shoreline dozens of these strange fish people, the Kuatoa, suddenly leap into view. You can see their bulging fish eyes are wide with this fanatical excitement. You can see kind of towards the front of this line of fishmen, a very portly Kuatoa with an elaborate headdress of driftwood and fish bones steps forward, spreads his arms wide, his voice gurgling with emotion as he, "The prophecy was true! The chosen ones have arrived!" And the entire crowd just erupts into this frenzied applause. It's just this horrible, like, wet slapping applause. And they're just applauding as you guys approach.
All right, this may be easier than we thought.
I'm a little worried about that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about.
I'm a lot worried about this.
You can only be 70% worried because it's, you're only 70. It's fine. Continue, Linger.
Oh, I was just saying I'm interested to see where this goes. Either we're the chosen ones to do something positive or they're going to sacrifice us. So
Yeah, is there a volcano on this island?
I'm just very interested.
Maybe.
Oh, we're going right in that bad boy.
Oh no. I'm not ready for a volcano.
The volcanoes can actually be great sources of arcane focus, so this could be very, and if the sands are anywhere near that, there's the dragon that is very volcanic in nature, so this could just be great for all of us. I think she's like cracking. She's like, it's so good, it's so great that this is happening. I'm very excited.
I think they want us to take a lava bubble bath, and I don't want to do that.
Maybe a little concerned. All right, Chester, work your magic, please.
Yeah, I'm not worried. We can turn it around. Greetings and salutations. We are the chosen peoples. Shalom.
What of us?
I'm like the only one who's not allowed to say that as well.
I mean, I don't think I am. I
mean,
yeah, all right. Mitch, can I get a pass, please?
Of
I don't want
course.
to be canceled. Thank you.
Of course, it was fucking hilarious.
I'm just the only Jewish person on this stream. I'm Jewish. That's
Jewish
exactly
by
what I told my.
association.
Yeah, I told my boss, like, she's like, "Are you Jewish?" And I was like, "Jewish."
That's a good
So
one.
what was it Chester saying to them?
Just to let them know that they are correct in that we are the chosen peoples, chosen ones.
Okay. You kind of the dragon turtle slides up to the shore, and you guys are able to disembark if you would like. The Kuatoa take a step back almost in reverence, and that lead with the headdress raises his arms once more.
Hi, baby girl.
The chosen ones have descended from the heavens to fulfill the sacred mission.
What's the mission? Just curious. Just checking, making sure you know.
yes.
Yes, the sacred mission. Yes, and they all the sacred mission. The sacred mission.
The sacred
The
mission.
sacred
The sacred mission.
yes, we must confirm your faith.
Yeah, we're. God, that was so smart.
And they all just look at you expectantly.
Yeah,
You must-
no, you have to tell us what it is
Yes,
because
we
we
know-
gotta
'cause we
make
know
sure
what
that
it
you're
is.
on the up and up.
We have to make sure you are worthy and understand.
The sacred mission.
The mission of being the chosen ones. Ah, the chosen ones.
The chosen one. Well, yeah, what do the chosen ones do for you though? Huh?
I think
They
the
embark
meta question is, what do you
On
do
the
for
sacred
us?
mission.
Yes, step one. I don't know if you know your sacred mission, if it varies from ours, but we are the chosen ones, so we obviously know it better. Is to give us the sands, so
The
we may
sands.
continue.
They all look at you
stands
blankly.
to believe in us as powerful entities that will change your lives for the better.
As long as
And
we
save
get
the world.
Of course, you are the chosen ones.
Yes. Just believe that with all you've got in you, that we
Believe
are
it.
so powerful. The
Mhm.
most powerful, specifically me, just the most powerful.
Make a persuasion check.
Over here. We scroll all the way up here. About a 25.
Oh
Fuck.
my god.
Oh
That
yeah,
works.
because of the deck of many
Yeah.
things, it gave you really good charisma.
Only persuasion. She's just so persuasive.
Oh, is it
What
just
gave
persuasion?
you? What gave you good charisma?
The deck of
Deck
many
of-
things.
Yeah, it gave her like expertise in persuasion or something.
When you guys pulled
Oh.
from it at the ball.
Oh yeah.
Remember the one that gave you Warden's best
The
friend, Denny?
We left Denny somewhere.
Did we leave Denny?
He's dead in our hearts. Mine.
I
Anyway.
think he's at the arena.
Yeah, you left him at the
Yeah.
Colosseum.
He's helping with the running of it. That's good.
He started a franchise there, I heard.
I almost took a sip of something, and I would have legitimately spit take. It would have been Coke right on my screen. Like,
So these Croatoa, they all about
Yes.
worshiping Linger now. Can we get that train rolling?
can we
Um,
get that
well.
train roll?
They start kind of like staring at you, Linger, and they, of course, the leader. And they all
She'll
start
like
like
presto some sparkles, like
bowing
yeah.
towards Linger. The leader, the leader. Rip just overhead,
Rip
trailing
is,
a
like,
banner
on his
behind
drone.
him.
Yeah.
It's got one of those little advertising ribbons behind it, and just all hail Linger.
Yeah.
Make Boogldoon great again, trailing from the back of his plane.
Oh God.
And they slowly stand up from the sand, and they all kind of look towards the leader with the headdress. You are here to fulfill the prophecy.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I
man.
think you could do that.
Yes, come with us.
Hey, what's the prophecy say though? Like, cause I think I got a poorly translated version.
Kind of big fishy eyes just blink real hard.
You're
Really gross. You hear like a
ew
as the
Brody.
eyelids come over.
Mirrors make the same sound. Joking, I'm
Um,
joking.
The prophecy foretells of the arrival of the land walkers.
Right.
The ones who will awaken the Great One beneath the waves. Oh, and they all. Oh.
Oh. Ah. Ah.
All right, well, let's get to it. Days of wasting.
Days of wasting.
They all
Yeah.
just immediately explode into like ecstatic celebration. Some of them are like
Explode.
flopping on the ground. Some of them are rolling around in the sand. It is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. There is a brief moment you watch Linger just starts to slowly drift up off the ground, clearly not of her own volition, just levitating for a brief moment before slowly floating back down again.
Here for it.
I'm worried about Linger.
The shadows start to cling to Linger.
Listen, we need every edge we can get. We're about to fight some serious baddies, I think.
Mm.
You know, eventually, at least. And at least like 9 more levels, something's gonna happen. So if I can get a baseline, like a grassroots Koatoa movement of Linger as some kind of god, that only helps all of us.
I guess you're not wrong.
She's not betrayed you guys, so you know.
That's also true.
Her needle has moved much more closer to good.
Hey, I'll take that.
They all start to settle down a bit, and the leader just come, and starts leading you across the shore, and he's kind of like leading you across the shallows of the island, and you can see it's kind of like coming up on the horizon. There is what seems to be like a settlement made up of like floating huts, almost some like small kind of mud huts, but it seems to be built into like the shallows of this massive coral reef that is spanning the entire side of the island. Yeah, and as you get kind of closer to the like little town almost, you can see as well some of the homes of these Kuatoa are actually like living anemones. There's like there are like Kuatoa crawling in and out of them and living inside of them.
Interesting.
I love it.
Yeah. The one with the headdress kind of stops, turns, and welcome to our great city.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, what is your name, by the way, good soy?
My name? That's a good question. I have everyone else's names, but apparently not mine.
Oh, I hate when that happens. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, ow.
My name
Maybe
is
his name is-
Lugum. Lugum.
That was gross.
Oh.
Why are we
Work on
like
my
this?
accents.
You're nasty.
That's how I spelled it. That was close.
Lugum.
Oh.
Well, pleased to meet you, Lugoon.
And
Hi,
you.
Legume.
You ever enjoy a legume? Anyways, about this prophecy.
Looks at, they are like 2 to 3 foot tall. He just stares up at you blankly.
That's so
Oh, that's right. They're tiny.
I can't remember their exact size, but
No,
I'm
I
going
love-
with 2 to 3 feet for this particular
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
group of Kuatoa.
That's funny.
And he gestures to this. For you guys, comparatively, it's a very small settlement. There's like 10, 20 huts. This great city is called Globalthorpe.
Bless you.
Beautiful.
It is the blessed coral of the Great One. That is what it
Oh.
means in the Kuatoa tongue.
Does the Great One go by any other names? I'm curious.
The Great Ones.
Okay.
All right. Asked and answered, I guess.
Come. I shall take you to Grand Gurgle Eye.
Lean on, legume.
Ooh, nearly copied and
Should we-
pasted Grand Gurgle Eye to Mr. Shard instead of the mid-session chat. He would have just been like, okay.
Maybe maybe hold on, brain work, damn it. Maybe Chester should ask him about if there's other people, because we know that there are other bad people coming, and so Chester would know that there's other bad people coming, and since he's leading the conversation.
There's bad people coming?
Yeah, we're chasing the bad guys to the sands, and
Oh, yeah. Are we the first of the chosen to arrive, or have others preceded us? The evil versions, who you should
There
not
have
trust,
been
huh?
other chosen.
Of
Many
course
have
there
journeyed
is.
to the living temple and never returned.
Any recently?
There have been newcomers to this island. They are not the chosen ones,
Yeah.
but they wish to access the temple.
Ooh. You stop them?
Of course,
Good.
we are
good.
manifold and powerful.
Where are they now?
Here, watch this, and he just
He's going Super Saiyan?
Oh no.
and there's like a minute where nothing happens after he stops straining, and then all of a sudden just a single super dark cloud appears out of nowhere in the sky, and a bolt of lightning just slams into the ground. He looks up at you.
Ooh. Even. All right, well, I suppose we better get to this prophecy because we don't really want to dilly-dally in your lovely city any more than needed because we don't want to take from you when we should be giving to you because you guys are the best and stuff. So, pitter-patter, let's get at it.
Nods enthusiastically when you say that they're the best. He leads you to this, honestly, for Chester and Warden, painfully small mud hut. You guys are gonna be real stooped over inside this thing. It is not built for tall people. And just up the stairs, pushes through like a curtain of seaweed that is effectively the doorway.
Oh man. Yeah, like whenever you like wear like leather shoes and like they get like some water on them and they're just squishy all day and sweet.
yeah.
It's like them, but like always. That's crazy, dog.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Are you
Wild.
following him in?
I reckon.
Excellent. A beholder drops from the ceiling.
Yes.
You head inside. It is so poorly lit in here. There is like a single torch in the center of the room. It kind of stinks in here. There is some questionable looking incense that is slowly burning in one section of the room. And you can't tell what it's made out of, but it looks, hopefully, like it's mud. And you can see there is a very, fat and bulbous Kuatoa just crammed into a chair that has very clearly, washed up on the shores of Boogldoon from, a crashed ship or something. Very much would have been in, a captain's quarters kind of thing. And he's just crammed himself into this chair. He's got, it looks strangely similar to the crown that you saw, King Ribble's wearing over on Drunglung. Almost like either they have the same crowns, these guys have made one to be exactly the same, or at some point they killed one of the leaders of Drunglung and stole his crown. All entirely possible.
Maybe there
but
was
this
like a buy
is-
one get one free crown sale.
Maybe
They went to
were at
Burger
one
King
time,
together one time.
They were at one time close allies, and that's maybe a symbol of that. And we just need to uncover it.
But yes, before you, with his fishy blue and purple scales and large glassy black eyes, you see the Grand Gurgle Eye, the High Priest of Boogldoon.
Greetings, Your Majesty. We are the chosen ones, clearly.
Yes. One of many who have reached these hallowed shores.
About this prophecy, you wish us to prophesize? Prophesying? I'm not sure of the verbiage.
Oh fuck, where's it gone? I lost the
You
stuff I was
lost your
looking at. There it
prophecy?
is.
Oh my, that sounds very dangerous.
He
Yes. I receive visions from the Great One.
And what do these visions entail? Ooh.
He holds a hand out, and you see one of the Kuatoa runs off and comes running back with a very brightly coloured frog, hands it to the Grand Gurgle Eye, who just slowly licks the frog before sits back in the chair like something wild is happening.
The visions, they strike me once more.
Say so.
Anybody hear
All
that?
the Kuatoa around him fall to their knees. There was a build error when the Eberron book was published, and when they amended Shard recently and made some of the changes, it conflicted with that build error, and he's just published a fix for it.
Wonderful. Orden is
Oh.
fixed.
That is a
Hip, hip.
wild vision.
It is.
Hooray!
Hip hip.
Hooray!
He's pierced the fourth wall.
Any
One
more
second.
advice?
Please tell John Shard, Mr. John Shard, that I
Oh, you're
thank him
Warforged
dearly.
again. Amazing.
Yes. I'm fixed. Unit, all my health and armor is back.
Amazing.
What was your AC?
20.
Or, sorry, your hit points that we thought were 106.
107.
Ah.
I've been muted this whole time.
Close.
We thought you were just being extra attentive.
Nope.
I
Steph,
thought you
never.
were slacking.
Cool.
That's the one. Slacking.
There we go, I've crossed through. So, he licks the toad and gets rocked by a sudden vision. Funnily enough.
Yes. The prophesied ones. The ones who shall venture forth through the mouth of chaos and emerge victorious.
All right. Sounds easy enough. Where is this mouth, oh, your majesty?
I know not the specifics.
Oh,
I simply am the mouthpiece of the visions.
Oh.
Betide these waters, the living temple slumbers. Many a chosen have ventured forth. Many have perished. Perhaps it is now for you to venture to the living temple. Sorry, I'm still high as fuck from this frog.
Jesus.
Valid.
Linger's like, I gotta get me one of those frogs.
Perhaps you shall succeed where they have failed. And you shall return
That's-
with the temple's heart.
Well, we can try.
Can you tell us anything about the living temple? Is it
That way?
one organism, creature?
I
Or a bunch
will
of
say,
things?
you guys can give me religion or arcana checks.
Are we about to go in the mouth?
Ooh,
or
let's do it.
Okay. Religion or what now?
Arcana.
16.
6.
All right. I'll do.
15.
Ooh, baby.
I'll go religion since we've got.
Cool. So,
I'm gonna do the
Mura,
thing. I'm gonna do the
something
thing.
fishy's going on here.
Something fishy's going on here.
Ooh, I'm at a 23 now.
Hell yeah.
Just on the religious
Um,
side.
Yes. So, Warden and Chester, you guys reckon it's entirely likely that, like, the wild magic surges you guys have been experiencing quite possibly have something to do with, like, the strange energies of this temple that they're talking about, the living temple. It's entirely possible it's like the reason it's so treacherous is possibly because of the wild magic surges. Linger, with the religion side of things, you very quickly get the feeling that if these guys have been worshipping a temple for a very long time, it's entirely likely they have accidentally made it real and the temple is alive potentially as a result of their worship of it. Doesn't necessarily mean it's not still like a place or a building. It just means that like
Right.
it could potentially be, if it is living as they say, it could potentially be somewhat sentient.
Y'all, this whole
Hence
building
references
is a
to
mimic.
a mouth and a living temple.
Yeah. Awesome. And we definitely need to make sure when we leave here that they have some sort of iconography of our whole group.
Rip just has a circle of Kuatoa around him, worshipping him.
Thing.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Take it
That's
to his
kind of
head.
scary.
He returns to us. The Great One is back.
Perfect.
Uh-oh.
The first being.
Oh no.
Rip's just slowly getting like 10 foot, absolutely jacked.
My
All right, so let me collect him real quick because I don't think we want him to. Baby, come here.
Deflates
Puppies.
like a balloon.
Yeah, just come here, dear, and we'll get you back to manageable levels.
Every step he takes
World-
towards Linger, he's just slowly shrinking back to
Yeah,
normal.
yeah. We don't need that here. If we're ever able to pierce that veil, though, we'll get you, and you can, you know.
Nod's enthusiastic.
Dreadnoughts don't come from nowhere. All right. Yeah. Let's go to this temple that is alive
And
and
in which
normal.
direction would you say?
Points basically straight out the door.
All right.
cool.
So you guys exit this mud hut.
This mud
And as you are kind of like making your way through this little town, you can see one eye like mostly closed, one huge and bulbous, this super like gnarled wooden stick being used as a walking stick. This Kuatoa just like hunched over, slowly hobbling towards you. He's got like a super long cloak and shawl made out of seaweed and is just somewhat like menacingly almost shuffling over in your direction.
Oh man, we're gonna
But
get
like
so much good
slow
wisdom
enough that
here.
you're like, someone is shuffling at us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
The shuffler.
I can sense the wisdom incoming. It's gonna be great.
I'm ready.
You're just standing and watching him approach.
Chester bows. Yeah, he's
Okay.
really good taking it in.
He approaches slowly. Kind of leans in towards you. His breath is gross.
Oh, don't say that.
And he
The temper is waking.
Ooh.
That is
Oh.
bad. That is
Oh.
very bad.
Oh, wise one. How do we put the temple back to sleep, would you say?
I do not know.
Wow, you're really the wisdom I was expecting. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little disappointed.
I have warned many adventurers before you. They have all met the same fate. None listened to old Churgle when they had the chance.
Churtle the turtle.
hold on, let me give you old
Gosh,
Churgle.
he says his name like a Pokemon.
Turtle, turtle,
Churtle.
turtle, turtle. I'll be-
Churtle.
Right back. Y'all keep doing.
Okay. And he just like
Well,
leans in super close.
It could spell doom for all.
thank you, old Churgle. We shall take that under advisement. Unlike any of these other people, I believe you. You're the best.
He just reaches out with like a super gnarled, twisted hand and grabs hold of Chester's arm, like crazy tight, unnaturally tight.
Oh,
The heart of the temple. The power lies within.
okay. Heart of the temple, power lies
The
within.
heart!
Could spell doom also. These are all things I'm taking in.
Yes.
Anything else? You want us to bring you back anything?
He farts loudly.
No.
So wise.
My final wisdom.
The others. They would have you believe that this is cause for celebration. But the temple is a deceiver.
Okay.
The others on our shores, they cannot reach it. If they were to reach the heart, it would spell doom for us all.
Doom. Okay. That's bad. Okay. Don't-
Like the 2016 Doom. Not Doom Eternal.
Ooh.
They kind of dropped the ball a bit on that one.
That was still pretty good.
It was, but fuck me, man. Sometimes it was just like, oh, you're in a room, let's throw every enemy in the game at you, because that's how we make
mean-
it fun.
I mean, like, you know, it was their first game back. You know, they're making a new style. Okay, they
They're doing
Doom
their
2016 was
best.
awesome, though. Anyway,
Oh, wait, you said
gripping Chester super tight.
Doom.
Ooh. Okay.
Yes. You must
You're very strong, by the way.
retrieve the heart or destroy it. If you
But don't, like,
truly
wake
are
it.
the chosen
Okay.
ones.
Okay, so don't wake it, but break it. Ooh, that rhymes.
Perhaps.
Wait,
Have you heard the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
I'm more of a Star Trek guy, so I don't really know what you're referring to there.
but that is not the story the Jedi would tell us.
Precisely, it is an old grung tale.
Oh my god.
Wait a minute.
He lets
How
go
would you
of
know about
Chester's
that
arm.
story? That's rather suspicious.
No,
Oh, you know what? He wants to ask, I guess this person. Yeah, what's the name of the grung where they live?
Drunglung.
And he didn't spit. Okay, I just wanted to see if he was going to spit as well.
His mouth is very dry. The whole
okay,
time you can just hear.
All right. That was just a spit test, is all that was. Okay. Dust.
Drunglung.
All right. Just curious.
Buddy needs some water. He needs to
He
hydrate.
needs some milk.
Ooh. Milk was a bad choice.
But yeah, he just lets go of Chester's arm, grips hold of the stick again.
All right. I mean, he's obviously gonna. If his friends weren't standing there listening, he's gonna share what old Jurgle said.
Yes. When the sun touches the water, he shall awake. Churgle, away!
And just starts drifting off.
He's pretty cool, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Just like half an inch above the ground, slowly floating away.
Okay, so just to recap, we need to destroy the heart, not wake it.
According to
Break it.
old Jurgle. Yeah.
Wow. I mean,
Can
obviously,
everyone
we'll,
give
we'll-
me an insight check as he is drifting away?
But what if I just want to trust this old fish blindly?
You can if you want.
16.
Like one eye squinting at you.
Yeah,
Wow,
fuck it.
little guy.
Like blindly trusting.
Warden and Chester. Yeah, because Miro got a 10. Warden and Chester, you can see old Churgle is clearly terrified. It's likely he might know potentially slightly more than he's letting on. You don't know necessarily what or how much more, but like he's terrified of something and everything he was telling you was very likely true and is what he's terrified of. But there's also like quite possibly more he might know. You just don't know how much you'd be able to get out of him.
Yeah, I trust him. It's fine.
I am a bit sussed, but I will not press him on it for now.
Everything seems fine to me.
Kuatoa explodes in the background.
That's probably fine.
Well, I didn't do that, so.
Insight check.
I promise.
All right, well,
Um,
let's go to the Living Temple then. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
But yeah, as you guys are like
don't die.
kind of moving through the settlement, you can see there are like weird things going on in general, and it feeds into some of the stuff that Linga told you before you came here, where she had recognized the idea of Kuatoa and told you guys about like if they worship hard enough, it can become a thing. And you can see like little instances of that all around this little settlement. One of the mud huts seems to just move. Like, it doesn't have legs, it's like the floor itself is just going. And the whole hut is just walking. Every now and then, you see like a bird flies down and speaks with like a perfectly normal human voice. Like, there are just weird
Oh, your
things
nose.
happening. There is like a fish walking around, but like it has human length and style legs, and then they are just attached to the side of a fish
It's a
And it's
reverse
just-
mermaid, they call those.
walking.
Got a cool calendar of that.
Can everyone give me a history check?
I would love to.
Sure. Also, thanks, Darren Shard. Did we already say that?
Yeah,
I wanted
we
to say
did.
it again.
We
Nat
get
20.
to
18.
12.
Chester Amura.
Mm.
Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
Yes.
Just saying
Chester-
that out loud. Okay.
Makes a lot of sense. You would have probably heard like stories and songs and similar. Mura, possibly
Hi.
like discussed in your old home.
Uh-huh.
Just caught like snippets of it, never remembered them, but like now that your memories are coming back,
Yeah.
you are actually concretely able to hold on to information sometimes.
Yeah.
Which is a new feeling for you.
Yeah.
But you guys would both be aware. And again, like, it's not necessarily new news. You'd heard similar from Linger and Chester on the way over to the Sunset Archipelago. But you guys would have heard, like, stories and tales of someone years ago hiding something deep in a temple in the ocean. Chester, with your nat 20, you would... It was one of those things where, like, it's just in the back of your mind where you'd never really paid any attention to it until right now. Because, you know, half of these songs and stories are just completely false. But you do remember hearing about a temple deep in the ocean in an island touched by the sun. And you would, at this point, it's like, it's the moment the penny drops, it all clicks together when old Churgle had said, when the sun touches the waters, the temple will awaken, and you're on the Sunset Archipelago. They're talking about a temple. You've heard about someone having stored an incredibly powerful thing or something, like a legendary artifact away in a temple under the waters.
It's all coming together.
Yeah. This is all starting to
wow.
check out, coupled with... did Linger pass on any of the information Syldaris told her about the sands and why they're called the Sands of Syldaris?
Yeah, to a degree.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, yeah. She trusts these guys and requires them, and it's not miscommunication is the thorn of the side of every story ever. So she tries to be. When she does explain things, she very much explains them. It's out there.
Okay.
So yeah, then you guys would know obviously about how Syldaris told Linger that there was a dragon long ago that he had a fight with. He was trying to put a stop to the dragon, and all that was left by the end of their fight was a pile of ash. And it's entirely possible, if people are saying the Sands of Syldaris might be here, this is that legendary artifact that Chester has heard was hidden away where the water meets the sun.
Yeah, I think we're gonna need some iron boots, and I also think this is gonna suck.
Ugh. Not the
Why do we
water
need
temple.
iron? Oh, we gotta go
Controversial
underneath?
opinion, I love the water temple. It is annoying, but it's not as bad as everyone says.
If
you
you have a
would
guide,
like
you
the
need a
water
guide
temple.
though. Doing it without a
What
guide
do you-
before the internet was not
You
fun. I'll
would,
tell you
buddy.
You'd have to buy
I
like the
used to-
whole
hold on.
book.
I used to
right?
play
And
it
you'd
on my
have to have some-
cousin's N64 before the internet. Thank you very much.
that. Yeah.
So Maywood said that it unlocked a memory in my brain of when my friends had I didn't have gaming systems. My parents were like, no, because we know that you like love something for 3 weeks and then never use it again. So absolutely not. 2, not enough money for that shit. And 3, go play with your friends. So yeah, so basically I would go over to like my friends' homes and they had every system on the planet and I didn't know how to play anything, so I would be the person that read the physical book to them and looked up the stuff in the guide.
Nice.
That's important.
Hey, I
Especially for
was
the water temple.
yeah,
That's
I was an
super
essential
helpful.
part of I was an essential part of the journey, honestly. So anyway, thank you for unlocking that memory.
So, you guys can see. Excuse me, I picked a bad time to eat sweet.
You're in charge of when you talk too. Like,
I know,
Well,
but then
I
you
picked a really
guys
good
all
time to
stopped
eat.
talking.
Like, sir, it's your turn. Like,
You guys can see the sun is like starting to set.
Ooh, we gotta get there. Sun is setting. Time is of the essence.
What happens when the sun sets?
The temple entrance will reveal itself in some manner, I assume.
okay.
Oh, okay.
According to
go.
my lore.
Let us on.
So you start hurrying towards the coral reef. And as the sun dips towards the horizon, it casts this really lovely, like, golden light across the waves. It's really nice on the Sunset Archipelago. And as this light starts to cast across the waves, you feel this tremor underneath your feet. And you see, like, the coral reef starts to slowly rise. You can see it's like a giant coral encrusted temple that seems to like resemble a giant half buried skull.
Chester's
and
gonna
it
go
starts
like us.
it starts to shudder. You hear a low groaning sound almost coming from within the temple, almost like it's breathing. You hear a ripple through the Kuatoa. They all start screeching in delight. They're slapping their webbed feet on the floor. The Great One hears us! The awakening is nigh!
Yay.
Oh dear.
And among the cheering and all of these mad prayers, you notice the ground itself is shifting, like the entire temple is stirring almost. You hear a deep, echoing sound reverberate through the reef. Who calls me? And you see the coral-covered skull splits ever so slightly and reveals what looks like an enormous stone eye, and the Kuatoa immediately all fall silent.
It is us, the chosen ones.
Yeah. It's us. Nice to see you. We're chosen. Here.
I see. More who wish to enter more
Yeah, but
who wish to die.
no, not
Just-
die.
Just one of those, but thank you.
And you can feel this like low rhythmic pulsing from within the temple. What would you guys like to do?
I guess we have to go there.
Obviously, go in. Why would you not? right?
Obviously.
Throw down a good save before we go in.
You walk towards the temple. The stone eye like to look down at you.
Very well. Enter.
And like rows of jagged teeth, the coral starts to part like an enormous mouth opening. And all the Kuatoa drop to their knees and can everyone give me a
we?
perception check?
Yes.
How long did you practice these sounds, Mitch?
Be right
Not
back. I
very.
gotta go check on Phantom.
They are
Oh, I got a
happening
2.
right
I mean,
now.
a 7.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Occasionally,
these-
Ronnie and I take the piss out of the Kuatoa that are in Baldur's Gate 3, and that is about the extent of all the training and practice I have had.
I like them. I like the
That's
sounds.
the fun part about DMs is learning what sound effects you can and can't do on the fly.
Yeah. I know I can take the piss out of how in Baldur's Gate 3 they go, "Boal," and that's about it.
I can do kind of bird noises, but like really derpy birds, you know? like
Nice.
like weird little alien birds, and that's kind of it.
Normally as well, the gurgles would be a lot better, but my throat is pretty shot from a lot of shouting last night.
Because you think you're boys to men or something.
I honestly, after that whole like 20-minute Boys to Men rant he went on,
my god.
did not have the heart to tell him that I have a wireless Britney Spears style headset mic, and just went without it.
Yeah.
I said, wait, no, I was gonna say bye, but that's not Boys to Men, is it? No, that's
No,
NSYNC.
that's
Shit.
No,
that's
that's
NSYNC, yeah.
Backstreet Boy.
No, it's
I was gonna say I said
That's
bye,
NSYNC, yeah,
bye
it's
to
NSYNC.
the headset mic, but that's NSYNC. Anyway, 17, 18, 18. So Warden, Chester, and Linger. You can see,
Mira, see nothing.
like, at first it just kind of looks like pieces of coral, and it kind of is fossilized in the same way. Like, part of the stone of the temple is like stretched, twisted, screaming faces, weapons, pieces of armor, clearly like pieces and remnants of people who have journeyed into the temple before.
Oh. That's encouraging. Does it seem like something happened inside and then all these spooky things got pushed to the outside as a warning, or is there like
Possibly.
something we're gonna? Is there like a check that Linger could do to make sure we're not just getting ready to step on our very first like oopsie doops?
Arcana.
24.
24. It looks like they probably died inside and got pushed outside as a warning.
Okay. Yeah. So she like takes a wand and draws like a shimmery square in the air, and kind of like zooms around on the statues, and she's like, "Oh, well, the first part should be all right. I can't guarantee after that."
Oh.
Yeah, the arcane signatures on these don't indicate
Do these
whatever happened to them was here.
Do these corpses still have mouths?
Some of them. You can see they're like...
Oh,
Some of them look to just be twisted, like these really over-exaggerated, elongated screams.
Oh.
I like it. Like where your
We
head's
can
at.
certainly perhaps get a little foreknowledge of what awaits us inside by speaking to one of these individuals. I will,
They
of
are,
course,
like,
as always.
Fossilized.
A corpse with a mouth is all I need. That's what it says, anyways.
I don't know if it would still work. They're like part of the stone, basically. I don't know if I'd necessarily count them as an actual corpse.
Corpses.
They're more just like...
Then again, it may
The
not
temple.
work. Well,
Let me-
maybe
hold
we'll
on.
find some fresher bodies inside.
Hold on.
I do like where your
So do I.
thought was
Which,
on
even
that.
if
I just
people
like
say no, I'm
talking.
tempted to say yes.
it's very creative.
Let's have a quick look. Allows you to reanimate a corpse. But that's the AI. I don't know if I trust the AI summary saying it doesn't work on undead or fossilized corpses. Spell
but
fails
you-
if the
I
corpse
see
was
what
the
you're saying.
target of the spell within 10 days. So not if it... I thought that for a second. I thought it said died within the last 10 days. Or longer than the last 10 days. I mean, the spell itself doesn't put any limitations on it. So is this people then trying to bring, like, real world... Well, actually, would a fossilized corpse still be a corpse? Which I know was me 30 seconds ago, but...
But you're open to the idea, see?
I am very open to it. The more I think about it. Corpse must have a mouth and can't be undead. Those are the only two limitations. They do have a mouth, and they're not undead. Doesn't return the soul, only its animating spirit. Can't speculate about future events. So I guess if you're just like reanimating them, yeah, fuck it, I'll allow it.
Like it.
All right. Well, with that in mind, whoever said that, my magical personage, I will, of course, need all of your help coming up with, you guessed it, 5 questions. So far I have, how did you die? I feel like that's probably a good one. Might give us some clues.
Why did you come here?
Oh, I like that. Why did you come here?
Mm-hmm.
Should we ask, who are you?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Who are you? Ooh.
I was thinking that in my head as well.
2 more questions.
All right, so we've got we've got who
How
are
did
you?
die? Why did you come here? Who are you?
What challenges did you face?
What
Inside?
challenges did you face inside? And one more.
What piece of advice would you offer anyone coming after you that is not don't go in?
You offer to those going in the temple that is not, don't go in.
Mhm.
All right, that's 5. Oh, I should probably cast a spell. That usually helps
All right.
in the working of this. All right. Abracadabra.
Okay,
Wakey,
so you
wakey,
cast-
eggs and bakey.
Speak with Dead on one of the corpses. Sorry, I'm just thanking Darren.
Thanks,
He just sent me another
Darren.
message,
Darren.
so I was replying in messages. So you cast Speak with Dead on this corpse, and you watch as like It's horribly twisted and distended. You watch as the mouth starts to... The head starts to kind of creak and twist, and it's like it's reanimating and trying to force itself back into some sort of semblance of being able to speak. And you see these fossilized eyes just dart and fix on Chester.
That was a little creepy. He looks receptive. How did you die? You have to say it like that as part of the spell.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You see the mouth doesn't move, but you very clearly hear
I was murdered.
There's any murder.
He was murdered.
Most foul.
Hmm.
Yeah, that doesn't give us too much. Why did you come here? Please be more specific in your answers.
I came seeking the sands.
Okay. Seeking science. Question the third. Who are you?
I was a member of the court of Dragon's End.
Oh, I know that place. What challenges did you face inside?
The reborn ones. The arch prophet. Something summoned from
So what was
within.
that last one? So let's.
it was the reborn ones, the archpriest, and something summoned from within.
Priest and something. Someone. Okay. Interesting. A lot of undead vibes. I'm talking to a corpse, so you know. Well, I really can't spell something. And last but not least, what piece of advice would you offer to those going into the temple? That is not, don't go in there, you sneaky little minx.
Hold on, let me take a drink because this kind of hurts.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, wait. Oh, fucking hell.
The arch prophet was perhaps at one time delusional. Now he is much worse.
Oh, much worse.
Hmm.
That was not a question. That was just a statement.
Well, we're out of questions anyways.
No.
What is your favorite color?
Delusional. He is America. No.
No.
I kid. What was, sorry, what did you say, Maywood?
Oh, he just, for a sixth question, he always asks, what's your favorite color? Just to see if, you know, he can bust the spell a little bit.
I like blood.
Ah, damn, one day I'll get it to work. I'll be the first to get 6 questions.
I believe in you, I believe in you, Chester.
Oh, I think you have also got delusional in as much voice.
Yeah, honestly.
And you see
like saying voice.
the fossilized corpse goes back to being solid stone.
All right. I mean, I find sometimes a spell you don't get a huge amount, but it's a fun one, so I keep it nonetheless. The Dragon's
So-
Court thing is sort of interesting. It's from my neck of the woods.
Yeah. You would know that, like, members of the Court of Dragon's End aren't necessarily always, like, diplomats and things like that. Sometimes they do have, like, soldiers, adventurers can be part of the court. Not necessarily as, like, part of the decision-making court, but it's like, we are the people that the court sends out to do things. So he could have been sent either officially by the court or by someone from the court. I think... Actually, no, Chester, give me an intelligence check. Let's not make an assumption about Chester's intelligence.
What little there is, he wields well. Let's put it that way. 11.
I mean, it's helped a lot by Chester's knowledge that he has already anyway. He would know there is always a court wizard, and given Linger's reverence of the idea of, like, this powerful Sands of Syldaris and the things she might be able to do with it, it's not out of the realm of reason that Court Wizard may have sent this person themselves, or the court may have done it under the Court Wizard's direction. I think with the 11, Chester wouldn't know exactly, but, like, knowing Dragon's End, it'd be like, oh, well, there's a court magician. It stands to reason Dragon's End would be interested in the Sands of Syldaris if they somehow found out they were here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checks out.
Mm-hmm. And it sounds
Even
like
if for
there
no
might
other
still be
reason.
active entities currently
Yeah.
still rocking about in there.
Ooh, undead stuff. I actually have a spell I haven't used yet against undead stuff. How long does this last? 10 minutes. Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, I have protection from evil and good
Oh, nice.
with my saxophone.
But yeah, the temple stretches before you. And as you are kind of like approaching it, it is this like twisted, jagged mess of coral, shipwrecked wood. You can see bones now as you're starting to like get closer and closer and move around to where the entrance is. It kind of pulses with this strange, unnatural light, these like deep violets, sickly greens that just kind of leak from cracks in the walls that, as you look closely, seem to just be like slick with some sort of mucus. At the top of the temple, you can see it almost like seems like the temple emerged in one orientation and has like slowly rotated as the mouth was opening. And you can see now atop the temple is a statue that seems to like perch on the top, and it's this just like impossibly grotesque creature. It's like squid head, eel body, crab claws, turtle shells, mid scream into the void. Possibly what Rip looks like when he's not bound to this plane, who knows.
Can't say.
But the entire temple is like moaning with the tide. Linger, Mura, actually, well, all of you, I guess, would be able to feel it. You can feel like the air around the temple humming with this like unstable magical energy. You can hear on the beach Kuatoa chanting, but you can also hear like echoing from within the temple chanting.
Oh.
Oh,
Um,
well, shall we?
and as yeah, if you're gonna step inside, in that case, if you are,
Yes,
I believe we are.
I think so.
the moment you guys step inside, you die. End of campaign. Let's do Curse of Strahd.
Yeah. Good.
we did it.
The moment you
Yes.
step inside, a wave of just pure nausea rolls over you. It's like something is pressing against your mind and like whispering half-formed thoughts. Some of you might have to like kind of shoot out a hand almost to steady yourselves, and the walls themselves you can feel bulging and twitching as if they're alive. You can see there are veins of glowing slime, and as you put your hand on the wall, the glow pulses in time with your heartbeat. Underneath your feet, two very different reactions. Beneath your feet, the floor itself is not entirely solid either. The stone is slick, it's uneven. You can see bioluminescent jellyfish just bobbing in like mucus-filled alcoves, and they are casting just this really sickly glow over insane murals that are just covering every surface. You can kind of see this does seem to be like one sort of potentially one large chamber. There may potentially be more below the water, you're not sure. But at the center of the temple, you can see a large pool is churning. And at first it kind of looks like seawater, and then you realize it's this viscous, otherworldly liquid. It's swirling purple and black. It's exuding just this horrible smell of rotting fish and ozone, almost like a thunderstorm. And you can see kind of towards the back of this large antechamber is a group of Kuatoa, all of whom are staring directly at you. You can see, unlike the other Kuatoa outside, these ones look a little different. There is one kind of in the center, his eyes are glowing this unnatural gold color, and it's like in that moment just before you finish blinking, where everything's a little blurry, he almost seems to flicker out of existence, almost like he's not fully bound to this plane. And you can see flanking him, there are other Kuatoa. Some of them have extra eyes that seem to flicker with arcane light. Some of them are like dripping mucus, and you can see it sizzling as it comes into contact with the stone. Some of them seem to have tentacles instead of arms. And as they all regard you entering this temple, we are going to end our session there.
Dude. Creepy.
Nope.
Gross.
Yeah.
I want to know all about
My
the creepy
God.
murals.
But you were gonna say
Yeah, we
creepy Muras, and I was like, oh my god.
There is a drawing of the weird tentacled Mira that came out of Mira's head.
No
Yeah.
way. You're joking.
Most of the
you can give me
murals
the
are just
details
like
later, but I
insane etchings, like Cthulhu-esque creatures.
Cthulhu.
love it.
Yeah, I
Yes.
was picturing like alien H.R. Geiger type stuff too.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
start
like-
using that for my sneezes.
Cthulhu. Bless you.
It is wild. Some of it looks like they could be pages torn out of Linger's spellbook, but like more erratic and like horrible spidery symbols as opposed to like formula.
Right. It's so
Um,
wild. And, like Lindsay is
yes.
interested. Lindsay thinks this
Exactly.
is cool.
But with that, we're going to end our session there, and I'm going to head over to the end screen. So I hope you viewers enjoyed, and I hope the players enjoyed as well too. my first time
I
running
did.
Kuatoa.
Yeah.
I've always
That
been
was nice.
terrified to run them.
I enjoyed
This
it.
is
I
been
love
fun.
a dungeon too, so that'll be fun
Yeah.
next time. It's my favorite part of Dungeons and Dragons. Is a dungeon.
Is the dungeony part.
Is the dungeons. Yeah.
Good to know. Well, we will pick this up next time with Arch-Prophet Blibblebob
Oh boy.
and the Reborn Ones.
As up.
It's a good band name.
Yeah, it is.
It's awesome. But yeah, we will see
Honestly.
you all next time. Goodbye. Also,
Bye.
Wraith.
Hi.
That's a thing.
What's where
I haven't mentioned it for
Oh,
a few
yeah.
sessions, but it carried me through this one because I need to go back to sleep.
Go to bed.
Goodbye.
Go to bed. Bye.